The Camino Primitivo starts in the Spanish city of Oviedo and finishes 331 kilometers later in Santiago de Compostela. The Primitivo is considered to be the very first pilgrimage route to Santiago, which I think this city is quite proud of. I'll be walking this route with this guy in the blue top, my friend David.
It's a university.
Ta-da! A man full of useful facts. We start walking tomorrow, but before we do, we decide to explore this beautiful city. Oh, and tomorrow's weather report is not looking good, so I make a last-minute pit stop to pick up some wet weather gear. The weather is a bit wet at the moment, but should have enough wet gear now if the heavens decide to open. Your eyes are not deceiving. The water in the city fountains in Oviedo has all been dyed blue, in honour of their football team reaching the playoffs, which they go on to lose. We say goodbye to the city and head off into the rolling green hills of the Asturian countryside. It's lovely and peaceful this morning. I've seen a few pilgrims, but generally it's really quite quiet. As we walk, David suggests keeping an eye out for water fountains, as he can refill his bottle. We eventually locate a water source, but, alas, it's undrinkable. So we decide to make a silly YouTube short about it instead.
Free water! Woo!
Told you it was a silly one. We're about halfway into our day when the heavens decide to open. We enjoy a tasty, locally made tuna empanada while we shelter from the heavy rain. You're gonna walk in this with no...
I could put my poncho on, but I'm feeling hot and I'm just gonna cool down in this rain. Embrace the rain.
David is given an awful lot of rain to embrace today. Great weather for poppies, but not so much for pilgrims. Where are we going?
Here we are.
Maybe we hang out down there. And hang out we do. There ends up being a total of 4 of us in the room this evening, which is cosy, clean, and has 2 bathrooms. Today's destination is a 1,000-year-old monastery located in Cornellana. A friend and fellow Camino YouTuber, Nick Living Life, is also walking the Primitivo, and he said he'll try and join us later. Scenery is absolutely beautiful. These mountains, the mist over in the distance on the hills, bird song. The valley that we're walking through this morning, it's so picturesque, it's so beautiful. Good morning, sir. The climb out of Grado begins. It is true what they say. The Primitivo is a beautiful, beautiful Camino route. I mean, look at the views. The spectacular views can come with wet weather for this time of year, and we're about to get hit with a lot of it.
I've embraced enough of the wet. I'm still wet, but it's warmer.
Now you're wet under your poncho.
Yes, that's right. But it's like a wetsuit in the ocean. It warms up inside, makes you all warm, toasty, and swampy.
And I've got an announcement to make.
The Oviedo rain pants to the rescue.
The rain is relentless today. It just keeps on coming.
Monastery, but we can also go through town. I feel like we should just do that.
When you go straight through town?
Yeah, they also end in the monastery. It's both ways.
Let's go through town, I think.
We can check it out.
We walk through the town and get to the monastery. What time do they open?
They open at 2.
What's the time now?
I don't know.
maybe 12:30.
1:10. Back to town.
Back to town it is. We shelter from the rain and grab a menu del dia, which comes with a supremely tasty dessert.
That's a good show.
David gets to embrace the rain one more time. We put our shoes and ponchos out in the mid-afternoon sun to try and dry them. Here he is. Well done, sir. You've done amazing work. And I've got you on camera.
That was a nice walk.
Yeah. Nick settles in and then fires his drone up, capturing stunning shots of the monastery from above. So we've got another member of the clan today. So we've got David.
Good morning.
And we have Nick. So Nick living
Hola.
as we all head off to Bodenaya. But before we do, we have some important supplies to pick up first.
We want coffee. Chocolate inside it.
Chocolate? We better make that too. I spot a cute little post box for bread on the side of a house. And here we see a YouTuber in action. No, it's not a massive fishing rod. It's a 360 camera he's using to capture his journey. We get talking to other pilgrims and arrange to get some food in the town of Seixas together. I can honestly say I have no idea what this statue is about and why it's in this beautiful park. Over lunch, we get to know pilgrims, Kamran from Pakistan and Christina from Germany. After lunch, we continue our journey to Bodenaya, an albergue we have heard such great things about. I've heard about this albergue.
Really?
Yeah, look, it's beautiful. Cheeky little climb on the way to Bodenaya and the albergue we're staying at. I don't think we're too far away. We say goodbye to Nick and Kamran, who are staying in a different albergue to David and I. Then we push on. Thankfully, we've booked, because we heard that this albergue is popular.
Which stamp would you like? You have your choice of these 3 lovely stamps.
Wowzers, look at these. Can I have what's that called again?
Trasgu.
A trasgu. Can I have a trasgu?
You
please?
can have a trasgu. There you go.
This is an info sheet that lets us know all about the albergue. At Bodenaya, they do pilgrims washing for them, but apparently this is done by the elves while we sleep. With our beds selected, the host then gives us a talk on the Hospitales route and what we can expect in the coming days.
You have an option coming up where you have the Hospitales route, or you go down to the Polo de Ande and come up. You all know that you have this option. Yes?
Yes.
Good. Okay, that's good. So, I'm just going to mention the most important thing that you need to know about this is that there is no food and water the whole day on Hospitales. Nothing. The other thing, if it's a bad weather, tomorrow morning I will look at the forecast and I will tell you what it looks like for the next couple of days, okay? Because for 2 days I can get a pretty good forecast.
We then enjoy a lovely communal meal and some acoustic guitar.
Country road, all my memories gather around her. Miners, ladies, strangers to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky.
Morning wake-ups are a little different at Bodenaya. We are gently woken by the sound of classical music playing throughout the albergue. Well, most of us are. We grab some toast, jam and a massive spread of Nutella, and then it's time to head off. Morning. So we've just spent the night in Bodenaya Albergue, which is just there, and it is such a special Camino experience on the Camino Primitivo. It's a Donativo and they have limited beds, around about 10 beds. But if you can get to stay here, do kind of make a beeline for this albergue. I was blown away by the kindness, the attention to detail, dinner, breakfast. There was kind of music and song from some of the other pilgrims. It's a really, really special place. They do take bookings and they do often book up, so do try and stay here. And there is the owner in grey, just there, an American lady whose name I've forgotten, so apologies, but do try and stay here. Nick catches up with us and we head to a special Donativa albergue, recommended to us by the owner of Bodenaya. We stop off at a cafe so Nick and David can get their morning caffeine hit. I make the decision to walk solo this morning, so I say goodbye and I head off. We heard a story this morning from Nick's albergue owner saying about how pilgrims had stayed there a few nights ago and told him that they'd paid and they didn't pay, and they just left having had a bed, a meal and breakfast. And I don't know, I feel quite passionate about Donativos and how special, what a special part of the Camino they are. And I think even if you are, really strapped for cash, don't have much money, you should really try and pay something, because they're not free. And if people do, maybe take advantage of that hospitality, it could ruin it for everyone. So yeah, it's really sad when you hear stories like that with these hospitaleros going the extra mile and people just not even giving them a few euros. It's not really on. I think I'm a few kilometres outside of Tineo, where we're going to stop and I'll meet everyone for some food. I think they'll have a coffee, take on some more water, but some more supplies, and then I think we'll have done nearly a half today, nearly half of our distance. Not quite, I think full distance is around about 26k. But like I say, it's been such a beautiful walk today. Seems whenever I do these I'm a bit out of breath. But the climbs today, not nearly as steep as yesterday. I catch up with David and Nick, and by the look and smell of Nick's trainers, I think he's been stepping knee-deep in cow dung all morning.
It's great to meet you. Have a great day.
I stop for a moment to admire this beautiful view. Oh, I think I see the other guys just up ahead. That's David, and a little further ahead is Nick, and some other friendly faces. Smile, you're on camera.
David. Yes.
We take off our shoes and are instructed to place our backpacks inside sacks before we take them inside the albergue.
Because it's not so many. The finish.
All done, it's finished. While we all find our beds and get settled in, Sylvia, our host, rustles up the most amazing food, which some of us struggle to pronounce correctly.
Una bruschetta.
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 Oh, how do you say it?
Bruschetta.
We feast on more delicious food. Then after dinner, Nick plays the guitar.
In een discotheek zat ik van de week en ik voelde mij zo alleen. Was er warm en
This morning, I wake up and choose violence. Gotcha. Sylvia, the host, hugs each and every one of us goodbye. This is a truly special albergue experience, and I am so glad I got the chance to stay here.
You're amazing, and thank you for everything. Thank you. You're amazing.
You come here. Ciao, buen camino.
Pilgrims have a choice here: right for the Hospitales route and a big climb, or left down to La Pola. We choose right, Hospitales. The views today are so special. I don't think the GoPro or my phone will really do it justice. That is looking steep. I need to catch my breath. We catch a break in the clouds and witness the spectacular views from up here. I decide to stop up ahead and take a short break. Other members of the group catch up and do the same, and generously share their food.
It must be Spanish because
Before long, it's time to head off again.
This section is quite steep, so we've got to be careful underfoot with all these loose rocks. This morning started out a bit misty, but already the sun is burning through the clouds, so I think it's going to be a warm one today.
A brisk morning 4.5k, and it's soon time to take a little pit stop in La Mesa. The steep climb out of La Mesa is the Primitivo's way of reminding you that a hill is never too far away.
But we're going from bright sunshine to fog, the mist. Bye bye sunshine. Oh, it's getting noticeably cooler straight away. This is cool. Going into the clouds.
It all goes eerily quiet, and I lose sight of every other pilgrim.
This otherworldliness, just walking through misty fields with no other pilgrims, it's an amazing experience. We've now come down off the mountain and we're heading towards the dam. It's quite spectacular. As you can hear, there's quite a bit of drilling going on.
And just like that, they stop. Now it's time to take a well-earned break, grab an ice-cold drink, and enjoy the silence.
Okay. See you later.
Buen camino.
And then, it's time to push on. I stand at a viewing point and look back over the route I've just taken. This view, the Primitivo, it's awe-inspiring. The municipal albergue is full tonight, with everyone packed in quite tight. Not my fave, but it's cheap and clean. Night.
Much needed Camino sustenance. Napolitana.
Myself, Cameron and David leave Grandas de Salime behind as we push on to our next destination. Today is a beautiful, misty morning. But the locals, well, they're a bit noisy around here. I stop to film and Cameron pushes on.
This is a slow, steepish incline.
But it is all worth it for views like this. With a cafe up ahead, it's time for a well-earned rest. And maybe a tasty bocadillo too. After the cafe, I walk with Christina, Arsenio and Sophie. The Camino family is slowly growing as new friendly faces appear.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. But look, here it's different, and here it's in another way. So we are at the border then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Did you imagine him doing a video? No.
I did.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Cheese! After a couple of wrong turns, we finally made it into town.
Let's all stay here. Yeah.
We catch up with the rest of the Camino family, the ones who didn't go the wrong way into town, and we all get settled in. As morning views go, this one is pretty special. We stand for a moment, mesmerized by the cloud-wrapped horizon. Just 5 more minutes of this beautiful horizon and then we'll get walking. Promise. We've only just pulled ourselves away from the last stunning view and then we're greeted with this. Another amazing view, but boy did we have to work for it.
That's where we stop.
Today has been deceptively tough. Was not expecting any of this. Like, we knew of the Hospitales route, we knew of some other sections. Today has been cheeky with all of those continual climbs, just coming out of nowhere and then not stopping. I feel like we've done 2 Sombreros today. So for those of you who've walked the Camino Frances, Sombreros near the end, and it's quite a tough uphill day. Today, it's felt a bit like that.
Home for the night. Time to catch up with Jackson, Nick, David and Marika over breakfast, and then I'll be off.
Good, how are you?
Not far now. We then try to work out where all this delicious melon has gone.
Where's it all gone? Ooh, your melon. Melon.
Melon is gone. I don't know where it went.
You gobbled it all up.
I don't know. It went inside.
I say goodbye and walk on, safe in the knowledge that Cameron ate all the melon. I catch up with Nick en route into Lugo, and we both head in together. Sophie catches up, and now we're three.
Quiet on the set!
At amber speed.
Sound production, take one.
Oh, this is a photo.
I'm doing a video.
Oh,
Start again. It's still going, just to let you know.
let's go again.
Sound production, take two.
So we finally made it to Lugo. I feel a bit like a TV presenter. Maybe we're going to do the weather. But today I'm going to draw your attention to this. 100 kilometers to go to Santiago.
That's a wrap.
Everyone has a laugh at the less than picturesque area this albergue is situated in. Which probably explains why the hostel door code is so long. Anyway, night. I struggle to get going this morning, and by the time I'm ready, most of the group have left. Apart from Jackson from the US, who also seems to be a late starter. He's the one with the red backpack. We catch up with other members of the group at this rest stop. We stop at this cafe and discover that Michael from our group has a hidden musical talent.
Brilliant.
That
Well
was
done.
amazing.
Brilliant. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your beard. God, we are here.
I already paid for myself. I forgot you were going to.
Once we're all settled in, we head to the local cafe for dinner.
Yes, yes.
Today starts with me running a Pilgrim blister station. For me, it's about prevention, as the front of my shoe rubs my toe when I walk. A bit of padding and some leukoplast, and I'll be blister free all day. For others, it's about taking care of existing blisters. There we go. Today we join the Camino Frances at Melide, and we've all spoken about the change we're about to experience. There's going to be a lot more pilgrims. After a morning of solo walking, there is no happier sight to see than an open cafe and lots of friendly Camino family faces. My heart is full. We stop in Melide for lunch and witness a traditional procession. With lunch eaten, we push on to Berducedo.
Una, dos,
Tres!
After the river, it's time to get checked in. Today's not been as busy as we expected. I wonder what tomorrow will bring.
We were talking this morning, and today, tomorrow are our last 2 walking days. You start to lose track of the days of the week when you're on longer Caminos. And as with any Camino, it really is bittersweet. Yes, you're looking forward to your own bed, seeing friends, family, loved ones, getting some rest because your body is, well, quite frankly, knackered. I'm taping my feet every day to stop them from rubbing in the shoes, getting woken up early, into bed maybe a bit too late in the dorm because I'm enjoying the community. But also, the sad part is saying goodbye to your Camino family, the community that you built up over 2 weeks, who you walk with, who you talk with, you share stories with. And I'll really, really miss it. Really will. It's been such a special Camino, the Primitivo. It's been such a beautiful surprise. And I'm really gonna cherish this journey.
We seek shelter from the rain in a cafe. Well, most of us do. The heavens open again, so we duck into a bar to escape the rain and the crowds. We catch up with Jackson and Nick, so 2 becomes 4.
Not far from the accommodation now. It's a bit different. We found it on booking.com. It's not an albergue, it's not a hotel. We just thought it would be fun to stay in, well, I don't want to give the surprise away, but let's just say it's not your standard pilgrim accommodation. This is a first on Camino for me. This is crazy. It's so cool. It's really warm, but apart from that, it is... I'm just trying to get my head around it. It's so... I just think it's cool. Morning.
Good morning.
It's dark.
We set off under the cover of darkness, so we can experience a sunrise on the Camino, avoid the crowds, and get into the square in Santiago early.
So we put together a playlist for our last day walking in Santiago. All of the group picked 2 songs, and everyone, well, we've decided, because there are a few other pilgrims on the way, we play it through our headphones on shuffle, and then people have to try and guess who picked which songs. Unfortunately, I can't play them on YouTube, but I'll share the playlist.
Listening to my Camino family's song choices puts a smile on my face and a spring in my step. The group have been hunting for an open cafe all morning, with no success. Fingers crossed the next one is open. Nope, closed. There might be riots in the streets if we can't find these guys their coffee. We finally find a town with an open cafe. Crisis averted. Not long to go now, we're almost within touching distance. But before we get to the square, we have the famous Camino de Santiago photo op to navigate.
Not many people, not much there. So I wasn't expecting this. Yeah. Not too
I sometimes forget how important it is to surround yourself with people and ask for help, and just be in someone's company.
I've made friends with some people that I hope I stay friends with for the rest of my life. It's that deep and meaningful of a connection.
I was very lucky this time and got a real Camino family around me, which is really nice.
For me, it's also about meeting people from different cultures, listening to their stories, and telling your story.
Some love. Yay.
Coming to Santiago, it's very incredible because you have this little community. You're with other people who've done this journey with you. Okay, everyone has their own journey, but even being able to walk through the roads and walk to the church, take pictures in front of the church, and talking and laughing and smiling, that is an incredible feeling to have with other people. So for me, I am very grateful for that.
For me, Camino is community, and I have that in spades right now.
How are you feeling?
You ready? Wheel in. Then we're going Camino on 3. 1, 2, 3. Buen Camino!
My feeling now it's something between crying and helping and being happy. So it's something that I really will remember for years. So I just sang for a lot of people and sang for people who let me doing this, and just gracias.
Great. Give us a hug.
We go get our Compostelas and then check into our albergue. Today is about celebrating our achievements and exploring Santiago. We have one full day left, so tomorrow, well, for some, the ocean is calling. After 2 weeks of walking, Finisterre is the perfect place to relax. We enjoy the sun, eat, and then go and experience our last Spanish sunset.
Yeah, I feel more at ease, and I have a better overview of what's to come. And more important, I don't look that much in the future anymore. I just live day by day. And I hope I can manage that for a long time.
Going to Finisterre after Santiago is like the cherry on top. It's like, it's not the destination you were aiming for, but it's like another destination after that destination, right? It's like the part of the story where the climax is already resolved, but like the story's still going, and you don't quite want to leave these characters and this world of this book behind. And it's exactly what it feels like on the Camino, is that you're done. You've already arrived in Santiago. Some of your friends that you've met, these lifelong friends, right, have already left and you've said hard goodbyes, but a few of them are remaining and clinging on. And it's that weird middle ground between Camino life and real life. And man, and to be reflecting all of that while you're also thinking, and I'm about to go home.